I want to talk to y'all. This is remember next week is Red Ribbon Week, and it's also Anti-Bullying Week. And so we have someone here that's going to talk to y'all about some of those issues. Okay. Okay. What we're going to be doing is a bully prevention exercise, and there's some activities. We're going to be using some science and engineering to utilize to explain the featured martial arts demonstrations. Spoken words will also be implemented to illustrate coping skills. Under no circumstances will Emmett Shankle Consulting release personal identifiable information on anyone.
Beethoven? You guys? Okay. Wait, I got you. Don't even worry about it. Let me just do what we do, okay? All right? You back? Shankle. I do situational awareness, I do improvised martial arts, all kinds of good stuff. We're going to go real quickly today, so I won't have a whole lot of time to spend detail. First thing we're going to cover, wait a minute. Yeah, right there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I see a question on somebody's face. So before I start my speech with these things that we're going to cover, I'm going to answer your question, because I've seen that look my entire life, okay? You guys want to know, but I'm on stage and I'm talking. You don't want to be rude. You don't want to hurt my feelings, okay? So here we go. I'll tell you. But first I'm going to ask the question that you want to know. What happened to your arm? I'll tell you. This is a condition called Erb's palsy, E-R-B-S-P-A-L-S-E-Y, Erb's palsy. It's an injury to the brachial plexus nerve center. Right here. That's why everyone's so ticklish, okay? So when I was born, that's what happened. But this is a testimony. It's not just a condition called Erb's palsy. It's not just the right arm. It's a testimony. Because I'm not supposed to be here. I had a very, very, very traumatic birth. When I was born, I didn't cry. Yes, I have water in my lungs. Every child has water in their lungs when they're born. When they tried to activate my respiratory system, it didn't work. See, in Hollywood, they paint this picture where the baby sits on the mother's chest, and it's that, aww moment. The first time my mother held me in her arms, I was in a giant glass box called an incubator. It's called an incubator. They told my mom and dad there's nothing they could do. They said that I would have severe brain damage, that I would be developmentally delayed, and I would not be able to keep up with other kids. if I were to survive. They didn't give me 24 hours to live. No, that would have been a blessing. They gave me about 12 hours. They said that I would not make it through the night. So my mom and dad, they did what any parent would do. They cried. They cried some more, and then they began to pray. My mother tells the story. She told it to me my whole life. She went into the room with all the babies, and the nurse sent her over to me, and she put her hand inside of a rubber sleeve like this, and her right hand in a rubber sleeve like that. And there's a glass barrier right between us. And she said, "Baby, you got to make it. Mama loves you. I love you so much." And my mama told me that she looked up past those ceiling tiles in that hospital in Longview, Texas, into the heavens. And she had prayer. And she prayed, "Dear God, if my life pleases you, then take mine. But please, let my baby Emmett live." So God answered her prayer. 24 hours later, I was still there. A month later, I was still there. 2 years later, I was there. I was home. 30 years later, here I am. So I stand before you a living, breathing, walking, talking miracle. And I give God all the glory. Okay, guys, now that we moved on, you got that question answered. Let's move into the core part of my speech. We're going to talk about anti-bullying, okay? First thing we're going to talk about tips. Okay? Anti-bullying tips. Then we're going to talk about response options and then coping skills. So pay attention. This is before, this is during, this is after, right? Number one, we have to have a very clear definition of what bullying is. If I'm poking on somebody, that's someone that's annoying. If I call them a name that's not nice, that's a very rude person, but it may not be bullying, okay? So we have to define bullying. Bullying is a hurting person that hurts other people. So if you have someone that's talking about your hair, talking about your nose, your clothes, your eyes, someone already hurt their feelings before they came to school. So that's why they talk to you like that. So I need you guys to love yourself more than whatever you're going through. Whatever the bullies say, you got to love yourself more than that. So tip number one, you got to study your bully, okay, guys? Does he like LeBron? Does he like Golden State? Does she like Miley Cyrus? These are things you can use to find common ground. Once you have something in common with somebody, you really kind of want to be their friend. You don't really want to pick on them, okay? All right, here we go. Tip number two, you got to be unfazed, okay? You can't let them get to you. So if I have a bully right here in front of me, we're just going to pretend, we're going to use our imagination. If I got a bully right here in front of me says, "Hey, you, talking to those kids. You hear me, big nose. Yeah, with the white shirt on. How about I beat you up?" You see what I just did? I didn't say a single word with my mouth. But when I started doing this, I looked at it, I put my head down, I look away and move away. That tells them without my words, I'm scared of him. It's okay to be scared, but when you tell somebody you're scared of picking on you, they're going to keep doing it. The first thing the bully does is find out what you love. After that, they take it from you. Then they find out what hurts you, what makes you cry, and then they do it every single day. So let's run that back. Let's do it again. Ready? We're going to pretend. Let's pretend there's a bully right here. Hey, big nose talking to the kids. Yeah, you, with the mic in your hand. Yeah, you got some big ears, dude. Seriously, bro. You got some really big ears, bro. So you see my face? I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. But I didn't do this. As soon as you do that, he's going to come in, he's going to come close, right? Let's move on to the next one. Gotta be creative, guys. Gotta be creative. Let's say that I had some really, really fancy shoes. Let's say I had on some Yeezys. Yeah. Let's say I had on some Air Jordans or some Yeezys, okay? He's getting ready to take my shoes. My big brother bought me these shoes, and it's gonna hurt my feelings if he takes my shoes. So he says, hey, give me your shoes before I beat you up. I don't want any trouble, I'm sorry. Yeah, don't be sorry, give me your shoes, boy. Okay. So I get out my shoes. Okay? Let's pretend I'm a hat. Let's pretend that I like LeBron James and the Cavaliers, right? Okay, so I got my hat on, I'm going to school, and let's say I meet that bully. And we're walking, and he says, hey, I don't like LeBron James. That's a stupid hat you got on. Okay? Next thing you know, the bully flips my hat and throws it on the ground. He hits me in the face and throws my hat on the ground. And I pick my hat up and I run. Okay? So watch this. Let's say he likes LeBron James. Let's say he wants to steal my hat. You gotta be creative. Watch this, okay? So I'm walking to school, I got my Cavaliers LeBron hat on. First day of school, I got my swag on. And he walks up to me and says, hey, I like LeBron, give me your hat now, I'm gonna beat you up. And I look at him and he looks at me and he takes my hat because he's bigger and faster and stronger. And I know I can't beat him, so I gotta be creative. Watch this. You can have my hat, but I have to warn you, I got a really bad case of lice. But keep the hat, you can keep the hat. Being creative. See, he has an option to make. He's got a choice to make, very important choice. Does he want to beat me up and take my hat? Or does he want to take my hat, go home, and get lice, and he's scratching? Very important decision to make for that bullet. Let's keep moving. Number 4. Number 4, you got to be proactive instead of reactive, okay? What does proactive mean? Do you guys do fire drills here? You do fire drills? Okay, that's called proactive. There's not a fire every time it happens, but you practice in case it does. So you've never been bullied, so you practice on what it's like to be bullied. What would you say? What would you do? If they talked about your glasses, if they talked about your shoes, you gotta have it ready to come back for it, okay? Moving on. Number 5, you gotta express your anger in a positive way instead of a negative way. Got it? So what's a negative way to express your anger? You could hit somebody, you could get mad and punch a wall, you could slam a door. Those are all bad ideas. That's not good. We don't want that because you can express it in a positive way. See this right there? That's a board, okay? Who knows what science, technology, and engineering and math is? You do? Okay. Well, I have 30 years of martial arts training. Who wants to see me break that board? Okay. Everybody quiet? Gotta be quiet. I'm not gonna break anything if you're not quiet. With science, technology, engineering, and math, I can tell you everything about that board. Watch this. This is why I say study your books. See these lines? These lines tell me how old this board is. When I take a ruler to it, I know the exact inches and millimeters of that board. When I hold it this way, I can study those lines as well. I know what this board smells like. That's important because you have to know what kind of board you're hitting. If you try with oak, if you try with pine, it's different. So you got to study your bullies. So everything I'm doing today, it may not work for your bully. You got to study them. You can't just try to say, oh, I have lice. You can't just try to say, I'm going to tell my mom. You guys know what the policy is on this campus. 0 tolerance. So if you push them and they push you, 0 tolerance. You're both going to the office, you're both going to school. So, when we're doing breaking demonstrations, okay, you have to learn to strike not against it. You see where the lines are going? Which way are these lines going? On this way? Or that way? That's called the brain. Okay? All right, guys. Let me hear everybody quiet. Everybody quiet? Ready? Everybody quiet, don't break it. Who wants to see me do a one-handed cartwheel? I'm sorry, I don't do that. Here we go, guys. Response options, okay? This is what happens when you're actually being bullied. Listen carefully. When the bully is with you face to face, this is how you handle it. This is what you do. The first one is called a blank stare. Watch my face. Blank stare. No smiling, no laughing, no crying, no flinching, nothing. This is the look on your face when they're bullying you. Why do you do this? Because you don't give them anything. When they're yelling at you, when they're pointing their fingers at you, when they're name calling you, you don't do anything with this right here. That's it. That's called a blank stare, guys. It's called a blank stare. Number two. Just ask questions. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Ask questions. Who's your favorite team? What sports do you watch? Hey, do you have Miss Smith? Who do you have for English? Are those real Nikes? My cousin has some that are bootleg. All you gotta do is ask questions. Questions, okay? That way the bully doesn't have time to talk because he's gonna try to answer those questions because he doesn't want to look silly in front of other kids. Moving on, next one. One-word response. I'm going to teach you guys the one-word response technique to handle bullies. This is what it is. Same situation, bully right over there. Hey, what's up, big nose? Yo, you with the one arm. Yeah, I'm going to break your other arm. Then I'm going to break your face. You see that? As soon as I did this, he knew he could get me. He knew he was going to hurt me real bad because he knew he was scared. So this is how I handle bullies with a one-word response. What's up, big nose? Whatever. How about I break your other arm, boy? Whatever. You think you're talking to these kids? You think you're going to help people? You're not going to make a difference. Everybody's going to keep bullying. I'm going to bully you right in front of them. What you going to do about that? Nothing. Yeah, you better be scared. Walk away. Walk away now. No. You gotta stand up for yourself, guys. That's called a one-word response. Next one. You gotta learn how to laugh. Laughing is contagious. You gotta laugh when you're bullied. Watch this. Let's say the bully's talking to me. He's talking trash. Man, Curry ain't nobody, man. I would break his ankles. Curry don't have no shot. I can shoot better than Curry. LeBron's man. I'm telling you, dog. LeBron got this. Okay, whatever. That's cool. So he wants to fight me about basketball, and all I'm gonna do is just laugh, because I'm not gonna let what he says make me angry. If LeBron is my favorite player, if I like LeBron and I like Steph Curry, it's okay. Let them talk. Yo, man, I bet I could break your ankles. You ain't got but one arm. I know you can't hoop. I know you can't ball. That's funny. Funny. Boy, who you talking to? I ain't making no jokes, man. I'm serious. I'm gonna dunk on you, boy. All I'm doing is laughing. That's all I'm doing is laughing at him, okay, guys? Moving on. Next part is called coping skills. This is after you get bullied. Number one, guys. Everybody has to listen. Everybody got to hear this. If you're ever bullied, guys, ever, you have to talk to somebody. Talk to your teachers. Talk to your coaches. Talk to your friends. Talk to your mom and dad. Now, I get that. If your mom and dad is not mom and dad material of the year, or you just don't want to scare them or hurt them or give them something else to stress about, that's okay. But you got to talk to somebody, okay? Number two, write a journal. If you're upset about someone calling you names and hurting your feelings, write it down. If you're ever afraid that they will find that journal, your bully will find a journal, your mom and dad will find a journal, all you got to do is encrypt it. Just write it in code. Today I had an awesome day at the school with the kids, so I'm going to draw a circle. That's it. So make your journal into an emoji format, to where a triangle, a red triangle, that's a bad day. A blue square, that's an awesome day. So every single entry in your journal is nothing but pictures. So now you're just drawing. So you have to draw. Because listen, guys, the longer you carry something like anger, frustration, anxiety, the longer you carry it, the heavier it gets. So you can't carry that around. You can't be angry at somebody yesterday for them talking about your hair, for them calling you short, they're calling you fat, they're calling you tall, they're calling you stinky, whatever the names are. Okay? Next, we have, you gotta have an outlet, boys and girls. You gotta have an outlet. Guess what my outlet was when I was your age? Guess what I was doing? Guess where I was going? Kung Fu. Martial arts was my outlet. Okay? So that's what kept me busy and kept me out of trouble. You have to have an outlet. Okay? Number three, you gotta know how to breathe, guys. You gotta know how to breathe. Let's do a breathing exercise. This is called cycle breathing, okay? Okay, every student in the building, stand up to your feet. Let's go. Stand up. Listen carefully. Watch me. Ready? Here we go. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Inhale. Exhale. Out of your mouth. Good. Inhale through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Good. Take a seat. Okay, guys. Next, we're going to cover bully statistics, okay? Today I'm going to teach you the different kinds of bullying, okay? You got something called direct bullying. Direct bullying is when it's one-on-one, face-to-face, or it's a group. You have physical bullying. You have verbal bullying, okay? You have damage to property. So if someone throws your hat in the trash, or they put your favorite short shirt in the toilet, that's going to hurt your feelings, okay? Question, guys. Here's a question for you. Who bullies worse, boys or girls? Boys. I'll give you the answer. Ready? Here's the answer. When I was in school, boys would bully more and worse than girls. But now, things are different. From Statistically speaking, girls bully more and girls bully in the long term. In the long term, let me tell you what that means. Watch this. Listen, guys. Hey guys. I got some stuff over here. You're not gonna see it if you're not quiet. If you want to see what I brought, the surprise, you gotta be quiet. So here's the stats, okay? Listen carefully. Girls, when they bully, they have it mapped out. 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, 6 months. Boys, when they bully 1 to 2 days. They fight, they forgive each other, they get in trouble, they stay away from each other, that's it. Girls don't do that. Girls will bully you on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And after that, they're gonna bully you for Christmas, and then New Year's, and then your birthday. So they keep going, okay? That's the difference between boys and girls bullying, okay? Okay, guys, you're gonna miss out. You leave me no other choice. Here we go. Got about 5 minutes. Everybody listen. I don't care what your bullies call you. I don't care what they say about you. I don't care what they say about your mom or your brother. I need you guys to make a difference. One day, kids are gonna need somebody like you to do something like this. My bullies told me, oh, you'll never do this. You don't have but one arm. See, I got bullied for my arm. I got bullied because I was on color. I got bullied because I was too smart, breaking my hand in class. I even got bullied one day because I was smiling too much. Yeah, that's right, I was smiling so much. The other kid's like, you know what, I don't like him. He pushed me in a pool at 6 years old and I almost drowned. So listen carefully to what I'm saying to you. I don't care what your bullies tell you. If you work on yourself, there's nothing you can't accomplish. So I'm here to encourage you to work on yourself every single day. Read books, make sure you laugh, make sure you smile. Because one day, you're gonna be the world's best. People don't know me, but they will now. You're looking at a world champion of poetry. I did a poem for 2 minutes and 31 seconds, and I brought 20,000 people to tears with one point. They were people from all over the world. 70, 80 different countries were there. So I know that God has a purpose for me. And I know that God has a purpose for you. Last thing I'm going to say is a quote from Maya Angelou. People may not remember who you are. People may not remember what you did. But people will always remember how you made them feel. Thank you so much.
Emmett Shankle is an award-winning speaker and national poetry champion. He has a black belt in Kung Fu and has served as the Director of Martial Arts for LeTourneau University since 2010. Shankle enjoys mentoring young people and helping others as a substitute teacher for Pine Tree Schools. He is a graduate of University of Texas at Tyler. He is an actor and an author of an upcoming book, Invisible Reflections. Let's give a warm welcome to our guest, Mr. Emmett Shankle.
Tell me y'all heard this jam, man. This is my jam. That song right there. Woo! Beethoven. That don't like that song? Wait a minute. I'm about to go to another school. Y'all telling me y'all don't like classical music? So dope. So dope. Okay, hold up. Let me do it again. Let me have a redo. All right, let me have a redo. I'll be right back. I got you. I know what you like. I got you. DJ, run that track. Come on, let me hear you. Showtime. Guess who's back again? Thank you. Let's get into it. Here we go. We're going to go over the tips for bullies, all right? This is tips for bullies. This is when you're being bullied. This is what you do after, got it? Tips, response options, coping skills, all right? So we're going to jump right. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. It's okay. No, I do this for a living, so I know. Yeah, right over here too. You guys want to ask me a question, and it's okay. I'm on stage. You don't want to be rude, and maybe you'll ask me later. And excuse me, sir, can I ask you something? I don't want to hurt your feelings and be disrespectful, but what happened? Okay, let me go ahead and answer that before we get into the speech. All right. Quickly, this is a condition called Erb's palsy, all right? ERB''SPALESEY, Erb's palsy. It is an injury to the brachial plexus nerve center right here. It is why you are ticklish, okay? So that's a birth injury or a birth trauma, okay? But it's more than that. It's more of a testimony because I'm not supposed to be here. See, in Hollywood, they show you this picture where the baby's born, and they set the baby on top of the mommy's chest, and it's that, that collective moment. Yeah. It wasn't like that for me. It wasn't like that for my mom and my family. The first time my mom held me, I was in an incubator. The incubator is a giant glass box. Because when I was born, it was bad. They didn't think I would live. They thought I was going to die. They didn't give my parents, they didn't say, oh, we're sorry, we give your son maybe 24 hours to live. No, I wish that would have been a blessing. It was less than that. They said, Mr. and Mrs. Shankle, we're extremely sorry. there's nothing else that we can do. We ask that you would just pray. It is out of our hands. Your son has suffered severe damage to his central nervous system. His brain has a significant depletion of oxygen. So even if he survives, he'll be mentally challenged. He won't be able to keep up with the other kids. They'll have to teach it over and over and again, and he probably won't catch on. It's going to be very expensive to take care of him. So my mom heard this and my dad, and they did what anybody's mom and dad would do. They did what your parents would do. They cried. They cried some more. And then they began to pray. So they prayed for a miracle. So my mom went into the room with all the babies. The nurse pointed me out. My mom put her arm in this rubber sleeve inside that incubator. Put her left hand in there. Then she put her right hand in there. And she told me the story all my life, and she says, "Baby, you got to make it. Mama loves you. Mama loves you so much." And with tears streaming down her eyes, she looked up past the hospital ceiling tiles into the heavens and she prayed. She prayed to God and she said, "Lord, if my life pleases you, then please take mine. But please don't take my baby. Don't take my baby away." So God answered her prayer. A week later, I got released to go home. A month later, everything cleared up. They had me tested. Didn't do so hot. I got put in several special education, special needs classes. So I know a thing about being bullied. See, I was bullied because I looked different. But I was even bullied because I was a little too smart. I raised my hand a little too much at a new school. And then kids was like, "Man, he think he know everything. Yeah, I don't like nerds." Then I got bullied for being the wrong color at the wrong time. I even got bullied for smiling too much. Yeah, I got pushed in a pool at 6 years old and nearly drowned because I was smiling too much. We're gonna go into that story a little bit deeper later. Let's get started on what we came here for, all right? So we're gonna talk about before, during, and after bullying. Right here, we have before, okay? Here we have during. Here we have after. Got it? Tip number one, you gotta study your bullies, man. You gotta study your bullies. Not all bullies are the same. We need to have a clear definition of what a bully is, first of all. See, a bully is a hurting person that hurts other people. They don't like it that you got friends. They don't like it that the teacher doesn't pick on you. They don't like it that you got a mom and dad that loves you. Because their mom or their dad is not mom and dad material of the year. Okay? Let's just be honest. Can I keep it 100? Can I keep it 100?
Yes.
All right, all right. Tip number one, you gotta study your bullies. What makes them laugh? What makes them cry? Do they like LeBron? Do they hate LeBron? Do they like Curry? Do they play football? Do they think that Odell Beckham makes too much money? He's not that good. What you're doing is collecting pieces of information, and now you have common ground with them. Because if my bully likes LeBron, I like LeBron. If he hates LeBron, well, I don't like LeBron either. So I'm establishing common ground with him because when people have the same opinion that you have about something, they don't really want to pick on people that they have a lot of stuff in common with, okay? So you got to study your bullies. Tip number two, you got to be unfazed. You got to be unfazed. If I had a bully on stage right now, calling me out, trash talking, getting in my face, what you gonna do, huh? If I had him calling me out right here, right now, I would be unfazed. You think you're gonna help these kids, man? Kids don't be nothing, man. They bad kids. That's why they're bullying people. No, they're not. They're good kids. They're gonna change the world, you'll see. Hey, shut up, talk to me, boy. I ain't scared of you. You don't have to be. You better be scared of them. They're gonna change the world. They're gonna do some amazing stuff you ain't seen before. Those are doctors, lawyers, inventors, athletes, billionaires, entrepreneurs, millionaires, right here, right now on this stage. So you gotta be unfazed. You can't let them get you like that. Doesn't matter what they say or what they call it. You gotta get with them. Number 2 was unfazed. Number 3, you gotta be creative. Okay, let's say I got a hat on my head, all right? Let's pretend I got a Cavaliers hat on, all right? Say I got my Cavaliers hat on. First day of school, man, you can't touch my swag, bro. I'm so clean. First day of school, I'm feeling good. On the way to school, I encounter a bully. A big bully. Biggest kid in the grade. I'm like, dang, what'd you eat for breakfast, a treat? So I gotta look up to this guy. So he's huge. And he sees me with my Cavaliers hat on. And then all of a sudden, it gets bad. Hey, punk, you better give me that hat. Yes, sir. Just don't get down. Not the face, not the face, not the face. See that? So I back down and I bow down to the bully. Once he knows I'm scared, he's gonna do it every day. Once he knows what I love, my hat, my brother got me that. My big brother got me that hat. We love LeBron, man. We always love LeBron. He took my hat. My brother got me the hat, man. What am I gonna do, man? I'm gonna tell my brother. So this is how you handle that. Be creative. Number 3, you gotta be creative. I'm going to school. Let's run it back. I'm going to school. Got my swag on, Cavaliers, number 1, baby. Big old bully, huge bully comes up. Yo, man, you better give me that hat, boy. Okay, here you go. You can have the hat. I gotta warn you. Be careful. You might wanna wash it first. Because I got a bad case of lice. Oh God! Wait, get you. Oh God! See what I'm saying? So that bully has a very important decision to make. He's going to try his best to scare me and punk me, or he's going to be like, oh man, this dude got lice. Yeah, you can keep that hat. I ain't messing with that kid. I'm going to go over here and pick me somebody else's bully, because that dude got lice, man. He got lice. That's nasty, bro. So you got to be creative, okay? You got to be creative. Number 4, be proactive, not reactive. Do you guys do that thing where y'all get up in the hallway and you run and go outside and then it's alarm fire drill? Yeah. You guys do fire drills in this school? Yeah. Why do you do fire drills? What's the point of a fire drill? That's stupid. No, it's not. And I'll tell you why. That's called being proactive. It's so stupid, Miss Smith. I don't see why we have to run outside and it hurts my ears. I don't like it. It's so stupid. It's important. It's being proactive. If there's ever a fire, you know what to do. If a fire happened and you never did practice it, you would be reactive. Reactive's not good. If a fire happened right now, this is what every last one of y'all would be doing without practice. I want my mama. I want my mama. Y'all quit playing with me. Y'all quit playing. I want my mama. Seriously, bro? Seriously. Get off the gas. Number 5. You gotta express your emotions in a positive way and not a negative way, guys. You gotta express your anger, your sadness, your nervousness, all of that. You have to express it in a positive way, okay? I'm gonna show you a few ways to demonstrate how to express your anger in a positive way, okay? There's different ways to do that, guys. These are bad ways to express your anger. When you hit the kid that's bullying you, you know what the policy is in this school. It's called 0 tolerance. I can't say, he started it. Both of you are going to the office, and both of your parents are going to be called, okay? Officer here is going to help me out. He's our school resource officer. You guys know his name. You guys love him. Officer Wilford, let's put your hands together. Okay, guys, listen. You remember when I was telling you about the tips of bullying? You got to study your bully. Remember I said you got to study your bully? Yeah. I hope you were paying attention. You better be paying attention.
I will.
You know where we are right now. You know where we at. I have to use incorrect grammar to emphasize my point. No offense to my English teachers. Do you know where you at? You're in Gladewater, Texas, okay? I know all your mamas, your daddies, and your grandmamas.
You do?
Yes, I do, because I've been here. You doggone right. Yes, I know them. Believe me, if they don't know me, I know them. Here we go. You got to study your bullies, guys. You see these lines on the board? See those lines? They're going this way. That's called the grain. See, science, technology, engineering, and math. You can use that right now to fight your bullies. That's a little something called creativity. Do you understand what I'm saying? Watch closely. See, I study this board. See, I smell that board. I know what it smells like. I know if it's cedar. I know if it's pine. I know the genus and the species. These lines tell me how old this board is. I put a ruler to it, and I measure it. And now I don't know how many inches, how many millimeters. I put it on a scale. I know exactly how many ounces it weighs. So you have to do the same thing with your bullets. You got to study your bullets, because not all bullets are the same. Got it? So raise your hand if you want to see me break this board.
Me! What is with the
Why not?
We can hear.
Everybody quiet, here we go. Yeah, everybody's quiet. I gotta concentrate. Okay? If I mess up, I'm blaming y'all. Ready? Let's go back to where we began. Come on back. Let's hang right here. About another 5 minutes, I'll call you up. Okay? All right, guys. This is part of my life, okay? A few years ago, I wrote a poem, and it changed my life. At a very young age, I was the world champion of poetry. And I'm not saying that to impress you, because nothing on that table matters right now. Nothing. That doesn't qualify me to be here and speak to you. What qualifies me to be here and speak to you is because I know a thing or two or three about being bullied. I know what it's like to be picked last. When the kids are out there playing and you go up and all of a sudden, oh yeah, we're through, we're not gonna play, we already finished playing. And they leave and walk away. Just because they don't want to be near you. They don't even want to play games in front of you, because then someone's got to pick you on their team. So you don't know what that's like, see? But that's okay. Because I live in a world that you guys know nothing about. I live in a world where everybody on this planet wants me to succeed. That's right. They want me to do exceedingly well, because they know what kind of impact I'm going to have on you guys. So all this stuff back here, yeah, I went to the International Poetry Contest. I wrote a poem. The poem lasted 2 minutes and 31 seconds in front of 20,000 people. After I finished that poem, everyone stood to their feet, gave me a standing ovation, and the thing that scared me, it scared me so much, I never did that again for 20 years. They were crying. See, I'm a very analytical person. I couldn't figure that out. Why are they crying? I did a poem, for 2 minutes and 31 seconds. I know they don't all speak English, so what do they see in me that I don't see in myself? I don't understand, God. You're going to have to explain this, because I'm not feeling this kind of calling or purpose or whatever you're trying to call it. You want me to go around the world and talk to kids? You want me to inspire millions of people I've never seen before? I can't do that. I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get a degree, and I'm going to get a job. And that's what I did for 20 years. Until today. I had to come out of retirement because whether you know it or not, I have so much love in my heart for you guys. I want you guys to make it to the pro. I want you to be that baseball player, that football player. I want you to have your own business. I want somebody in this audience to be an entrepreneur and make $1 million before they graduate. That's how much love I have. My regular 9-to-5 job would never allow me to go to China, Australia, and all these other places where bullying's a problem. Bullying is a global problem. You think we got bullies here in America? We're nowhere in the map. Go to Estonia, go to Russia, go to Australia. Look at their bully stats and numbers. Through the roof. So I had to do something about it. I can't do it. I'm going to write poems about bullying. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to get an army of people, and we're going to figure this out. This table has books all over it where I've been published. I've got medals, medallions, all this stuff, plaques. They gave me a check for $10,000. I didn't know what to do with it. It was surreal. I had no idea. People were swarming me. I almost missed my plane trying to get out of there. I didn't know how to handle that. That stuff scared me. But what brought me out of that was you. Every single last one of you. You can be scared later. These kids need your help right now. They need to know what you went through. They need to know what's out there. They need to know how cold this world is. They need to learn how to love themselves more than what they're going through. So that's why I do what I do. Guys, you got to work on yourself. You got to work on yourself hard. When you get a job, you better work on yourself harder than you work on your job. Don't be average. We got plenty of people that are being average. You got to stand out, okay? You got to keep your mind sharp. I got some toys for you, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Yep. Well, they're toys for me, but even as a grown man, I got toys. You know, let me take one. Okay, guys, pay attention closely. There's two types of swords in the world. Swords that are for training and swords that are for combat. Okay? Watch carefully. Everyone ready? Everyone quiet? Eye contact. Eyes here. Eyes. Thank you. Thank you. Eyes. Off the phone, please. Thank you. Eyes. Ready? Here we go. Now, if you guys look closely, follow me. If you guys look closely, it's not even sharp. It's a butter knife. This sword is for training. Okay? You got to be very careful with these. They're not toys. These are training tools, okay? As a martial artist, 30 years, yeah, I get to call it a toy. People that are beginners and new, it's not a toy. See this flag at the end, this tassel? That's to keep track of it. When people are swinging it so fast, they keep track of it when they're doing the forms, okay? The back of that sword is called the spine. The front of it is called the blade. This case right here, this case is called a sheath. This may look very expensive, very nice, but it's nothing more than a practice sword. You can get one in a pawn shop, 20 bucks. This, oh yes. Yeah, this is the real deal right here. I left the tag on. This one's not $20. This one's not $30. It's not $50. It's gonna cost you quite a bit of rent or quite a bit of allowance to pull this one off. When you get to be big, it'll cost you some rent money. Okay? So he's gonna hold the paper just like he held the board. And watch carefully. Watch carefully. heavier. It's got more weight to it, okay? And what we're gonna do is show you the real deal. See this right here? That's the blade. This right here, that's called the spine. Got the handle right here, okay? So how do you know the real from the fake? Okay? Okay? I'm gonna extend the sword forward. Officer Wilford is going to walk forward. We're gonna pierce the paper. He's gonna let his hand go on the bottom tip, and we're gonna let gravity do the rest. That's how you know the real from the fake. So I advise you to be real and keep your mind sharp. See other kids? Thank you, officer. Let's give officer a hand. Put your hands together. See, I advise you, when you're on your cell phones, your Twitter, Snapchat, all that good stuff, I advise you to do something different. If you want to be a law enforcement professional, that man needs to be your best friend. You need to ask him 20 questions a day or a month or a week. If you want to be a detective, you want to work for the FBI or the CIA, if you want to serve this country, you should be asking him some questions, okay? If you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, get on your cell phone, talk to your mom and dad first and say, hey, mom, dad, do we know any lawyers in town? I want to study law. You have a cell phone in your hand. You can study anything in the world, literally, right now before you go to college. So you already can know what trichotillomania is.
What?
Trichotillomania. If you want to work in healthcare, if you want to work in mental health, trichotillomania is when someone gets so nervous and so scared, as a coping skill, they pull their hair out and they eat it. All right? Yep, that's called coping skill. All right, guys, stay with me. Stay with me. Here we go. Response options. Number 2, just ask questions, guys. All you gotta do is ask questions. Hey, do you still stay over there by Lake Livernia? Yeah, just ask questions just like that to your bully. Ask random questions that don't make any sense at all. Hey, are you gonna see the Flash movie with DC Comics? I like Flash. Flash is cool. Oh man, did you like Spider-Man? I really didn't like Spider-Man. That was okay. It was okay. Ask the bully questions. Keep them talking. Number 3. All you got to do is one word. One word. If a bully's right here and he's trying to scare me, yeah, boy, I see you. You think you fancy with that NASA shirt on? I'm gonna whoop you in front of all these kids.
Okay.
Whatever. No, you think I'm playing? You better walk away, man. I'm gonna break you off, boy. Okay. Yeah, you better walk away. So, man, you wait till these kids get out of here, man. I'm gonna knock your teeth out, boy. I ain't scared of you. Whatever. All I did was say one word. Just one word. I can say, so. I can say, okay. I can say, all right. There's something called tonality that makes it different. Now, if I say the word all right, I can mean more than one thing when I say all right. I can say, all right. I can say, all right now. See the tonality? All I said was one word. Just say one word. You know right here, it's going down. We're gonna fight. You know right here, all right, I'm just saying what's up. That's all I'm saying is what's up. So you gotta use one word. Number 4, laugh. All you gotta do is laugh. I didn't say laugh at your bully, but just laugh. Man, your ears are so big, I bet you can hear what's going on in China, bro. You got big ears, Mr. Shankle. I'm saying, man, you got some big ears, man. All I'm gonna do, that's funny. That's funny, because my brother said the same thing. Yeah, he said I got big ears too. That's called self-deprecating humor. You make jokes about yourself. He doesn't have any jokes to tell because you already told him all. You know what else? When I played plastic basketball last week, they called me one arm, but it's okay, because when I got behind that 3-point line, I put their lights out. So you got to get with them. You can't let them scare you. Let's move on. Coping skills. Coping skills. Coping skills are what you do after you get bullied. How do you deal with it? How do you handle it? Coping skill number 1, talk to somebody. Number 2, you got to write a journal. You don't like writing? Cool. If you're scared that somebody's gonna find your journal, write it in code, put it in emojis. I put a red triangle. That means I had a bad day. I put a blue circle. That means I had a good day. I put a square. That means I'm looking forward to something. Someone opens that up, they can't read your journal because it's encrypted. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know what you're saying. So be creative. Number 3, you gotta have an outlet. You gotta have an outlet, guys. You guys already saw my outlet. Martial arts. Since I was your age, about 8 years old, I do martial arts. All right, guys, last thing on this one, you gotta breathe. You gotta breathe. After this, we're gonna watch the video clips, but you gotta breathe, guys. You gotta breathe. Everybody watch this. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. In through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Okay? Can we do the Michael Carbonara video? Magic trick? Okay, we're gonna let the spring down. After this, we're gonna dismiss. We're gonna watch the video real quick, okay, guys?
Here at Gladewater Middle School, we were so pleased today to have Emmett Shankle talk to our students about bullying. His presentation was informative and fun and gave great tips and techniques for all of our students.